At 8:46 a.m. on September 11, 2001, a chain of events was set in motion that within 2 short hours would take the lives of over 3,000 people in a horrific act of cowardice. That fateful day, America witnessed the inexpressible, the incomprehensible, and the unthinkable. The first positive image to come out of the terror that awful day was the American flag. Since then, our role as Americans has been to make sure that the memories of those dreadful events will never fade. And in that capacity, our flag has been a comfort to all of us. One of the expressions of that comfort is the annual observance of September 11th as Patriot Day. And because of Patriot Day, a new kind of memorial has emerged called the Healing Field. Paul Swenson, owner of Colonial Flag in Sandy, Utah, had a strong desire to help people experience and comprehend the gravity of 9/11, and has given them a way to heal.
I had the idea of somehow demonstrating the enormity of the loss of September 11th. Flying back from Sacramento, I read in USA Today how many people were lost that day. I wanted to demonstrate how big a number that really was, and at that time it was over 3,000. So we were able to put 3,031 flags in this area right here in Sandy City. And what started out to be an effort just to demonstrate the enormity of the loss turned out to be a healing situation, or what we end up calling a healing field.
In coming together to assemble this healing field, we are joined together to find some measure of healing, courage, and clearer vision. Together we extend our deepest and most profound sympathy to the families and friends of victims of this horrible tragedy. Gordon McCannell Amoth, Maria Rose Abad, Eldemiro Ed Abad.
The thing that really touches me is how many people were so dedicated to give their time and energy to this cause. I think it's a great event.
Boyd A. Gatton, Donald Richard Gavagan, Julie M. Guys.
The best part about this really is the fact that citizens get to interchange with us. They're interested in discussing things. Some of them have relatives or friends who passed away in that tragic event, and being able to associate, talk to them, discuss their feelings, our points of view. It draws the community together with the police department. I think that's one of the best things about it, I think.
Captain Tristan N. Patton, Specialist Ronald D. Allen.
In 2003, Healing Field introduced the Soldiers Field, a flag for each fallen soldier in the war on terrorism. Their field grows daily, so that the September 11th field does not.
I came out because my husband is currently deployed in Iraq. He was supposed to come home right around Christmas, and he just found out yesterday that he's not coming home until the end of May, beginning of June.
Sergeant Sean C. Reynolds.
It's amazing to be able to walk through and see the names of all the people who gave their lives to protect what we enjoy so much today, and to remember all of those lives that were lost. And the reason why my husband is in Iraq right now, it helps me to remember that there is a true purpose for him being there, and to remember not to be so selfish in how I feel.
It helps to make me believe that he's going to come home alive.
Names wheeled into the dim warehouse of memory. So many names. There is barely room on the walls of the heart.
We're back at 8:30 Pacific time on this Thursday morning, September the 11th, and you're looking live at the so-called Healing Field in Livingston, New Jersey. More than 3,000 flags flying as a dramatic memorial for the people killed 2 years ago today in the worst terrorist attack in history.
You can hear the numbers, but when you come here and see all the flags, it really makes you realize how many have given their lives and how many are still over there. Freedom is definitely not free. A price has to be paid, and you see that here.
My younger brother was a civilian working for the Navy and was killed in the Pentagon. Definitely brings emotions to the surface. I mean, I don't look very healed, but it's really nice to have somewhere to come and remember and to realize that other people have not forgotten. You know, so many people today are back to work as usual, but it's nice to come somewhere and realize that other people are still hurting and healing like me.
I have a close connection to September 11th. I was stationed in the building in the South Tower for some training. And when all of the mayhem began that most people saw on TV, I had a bird's eye view of the entire thing. It was absolutely the most life-changing 20 minutes of my life when I came out of those doors of the South Tower. But this here has really given this day a positive meaning for me now. I don't have to dwell on such a negative ponderance. Now I can come out here and be amongst these flags and feel like I'm doing my part to not forget those who weren't as lucky as I was.
I think we're too quick to move on to the next thing and forget what has happened. And it helps us to remember. And I wish we could have something like this year-round that we could come to every day or every other day or every week to remember, not to forget what has happened.